Most plant owners are out here killing their third fiddle leaf fig this year, while a handful of smart growers have discovered plants that literally fight to survive, no matter how badly you neglect them. And the crazy part, these plants are not exotic, not expensive, and they cost almost nothing to start. So, if you have ever looked at your graveyard of dead plants and thought, there has to be something I cannot kill, then the plants in this video might completely change the way you garden indoors. Before we go any further, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because we drop content like this regularly, and you do not want to miss the next plant revelation. Let us count down from number 20 to number 1. Starting our countdown at number 20 is the Dracaena family, and this group of plants combines nearly every positive trait you could want into one genuinely unkillable package. Dracaena marginata with its spiky, red-edged leaves. Dracaena fragrans with its broad, arching foliage. Dracaena compacta with its dense, tufted growth. Every single one of them tolerates low light, inconsistent watering, and typical household conditions without complaint. These plants remove benzene, formaldehyde, trichloroethylene, and xylene from indoor air. NASA research identified multiple Dracaena species as top air purifying plants. They prefer to dry out between waterings. Let the top few inches of soil dry completely before watering again. In winter, they might need water only once every 3 to 4 weeks. Multiple species to choose from, all sharing legendary resilience. But while Dracaenas stay compact and manageable, the next plant on our countdown develops into something truly sculptural that can survive months without a single drop of water. Number 19, Ponytail palm. The ponytail palm, Bocarnia recurvata, might look exotic, but this succulent stores massive amounts of water in its swollen trunk base. This water storage allows ponytail palms to survive months of complete neglect. Some owners report watering only once every 6 to 8 weeks in winter. The trunk looks like a bulbous elephant foot, with long, thin leaves cascading from the top like a ponytail. The aesthetic is unique and sculptural, making them popular in modern interiors. They need bright light to thrive, tolerating direct sun better than most houseplants. A south or west facing window is ideal. These plants prefer to be root-bound, staying in the same pot for years without repotting. Water deeply but infrequently, allowing soil to dry completely between waterings. Use well-draining cactus or succulent potting mix. Ponytail palms grow slowly, developing thick trunks over decades and becoming genuine statement pieces. Sculptural and drought-tolerant, that is the ponytail palm. But while ponytail palms stand tall and architectural, the next plant spreads and trails with heart-shaped leaves that make it one of the most adaptable houseplants you can grow. Number 18, Heartleaf, philodendron. Heartleaf philodendron, Philodendron heteroecium, shares a family with Monstera, but stays much more compact and manageable. The leaves are glossy, heart-shaped, and either solid green or variegated. The vines trail beautifully from hanging baskets or climb moss poles with equal enthusiasm. This plant tolerates low to medium light conditions, better than almost any other houseplant. It thrives in bright, indirect light, grows well in medium light, and survives in relatively dim corners. Variegated varieties need slightly more light to maintain their patterns, but even they tolerate lower light than most variegated plants. These plants handle inconsistent watering gracefully. Forget to water for a week or two and the leaves might droop slightly, but water once and they perk up within hours. Propagation is almost foolishly easy. Cut a stem section with at least one node, place it in water, and roots appear within a week. The Brazil variety features beautiful yellow and green variegation. The Micans variety has velvety leaves with purple undersides. All share that same bulletproof nature. Water when the top inch of soil is dry, provide whatever light you have available, and this plant will thrive for years. But while Heartleaf philodendron stays relatively compact, the next plant grows into something that has become the poster child of indoor plants over the last few years, with massive leaves that look like they belong in a jungle. Number 17. Monstera deliciosa. The Monstera deliciosa, commonly called the split-leaf philodendron, has those massive fenestrated leaves with dramatic splits and holes that make it instantly recognizable. Despite looking exotic and tropical, this plant is genuinely tough. Monsteras tolerate a wide range of light conditions, from bright, indirect to medium light. They even survive in relatively low light, though growth slows and leaf splits may not develop as dramatically. They prefer consistently moist soil during growing season, but forgive occasional drying out. These plants are climbers in their natural habitat. Indoors, you can provide a moss pole for the plant to climb, encouraging larger leaves and more dramatic growth. Each leaf has a node, and cuttings taken with at least one node will root in water or soil. Many plant enthusiasts propagate monsteras specifically because cuttings are valuable and in high demand. The fenestrations develop as the plant matures. Young monsteras have solid leaves without any splits. As the plant grows and receives adequate light, new leaves emerge with progressively more splits and holes. Water when the top couple inches of soil are dry. Provide bright to medium indirect light. Wipe the large leaves occasionally to remove dust. Dramatic foliage with surprising toughness. But while Monstera commands attention with size, the next plant captivates with stunning colors that most people assume require expert care. They would be wrong. Number 16. Chinese evergreen. Chinese evergreen, Aglaonema, might be the ultimate low-light survivor. These plants tolerate light conditions so dim that most houseplants would slowly die. They thrive in offices with only fluorescent lighting. They grow in interior rooms with no natural light. They handle north-facing windows that barely receive any sun. These plants come in an absolutely stunning array of colors and patterns. Deep green varieties with silver markings, pink and green combinations, red and green patterns, silver leaves with dark green edges. Every variety shares that same legendary tolerance for low light and neglect. Chinese evergreens prefer consistently moist soil, but forgive occasional drying out. They handle typical household humidity without special attention. They tolerate temperature fluctuations within normal indoor ranges. They grow slowly, producing only a few new leaves per year, but those leaves last for years and maintain their color indefinitely. Some varieties develop striking pink or red coloring that makes them look hand-painted. These colorful varieties need slightly brighter light to maintain their vibrant hues, but they still tolerate relatively low light compared to most colorful houseplants. Water moderately, letting soil dry slightly between waterings, provide low to medium light, and ignore it for extended periods. Low light champion with stunning colors. But while Chinese evergreens thrive in the shadows, the next plant demands more light, yet rewards you with glossy leaves so dramatic that people assume it costs a fortune. Number 15. Rubber plant. The rubber plant, Ficus elastica, has massive glossy leaves that look expensive and tropical. People assume it is difficult to grow. It is not. Rubber plants are remarkably tolerant of typical indoor conditions and forgive most common houseplant mistakes. These plants prefer bright indirect light, but adapt to medium light reasonably well. They grow slower in lower light, but remain healthy. They tolerate mist waterings better than most ficus species, which are notorious for being fussy. The thick, waxy leaves store some moisture, giving the plant a buffer against drought. Rubber plants grow quickly under good conditions. A young plant can add several feet of height in a single growing season. The classic rubber plant has dark green leaves, but several stunning cultivars offer different colors. The burgundy variety has deep purple leaves that appear almost black. The Botanical variety features cream, pink, and green variegation. Dust the leaves occasionally to keep them glossy and allow proper photosynthesis. Water when the top few inches of soil are dry. Provide bright to medium indirect light. Avoid dramatic temperature swings. Rubber plants are far tougher than their luxurious appearance suggests. Bold and beautiful with surprising resilience. But while rubber plants grow tall and make statements, The next plant takes a completely opposite approach with aggressive, spreading growth that some people actually consider a weed. Number 14. Purple heart plant. Purple heart plant, Tradescantia pallida, combines vivid color with aggressive, nearly unstoppable growth. The leaves are deep purple on both sides, creating a dramatic statement that makes people think it requires special care. It does not. This plant grows like a weed because it essentially is a weed in warm climates. Purple heart tolerates full sun to partial shade. It handles inconsistent watering. It survives in poor soil. It adapts to varying humidity levels. The growth rate is remarkable. A small cutting can grow into a full, bushy plant within a couple of months. Propagation is almost comically easy. Cut a stem section, stick it in soil or water, and it roots within days. You can take dozens of cuttings from a mature plant without harming it. The purple color intensifies in brighter light. In lower light, the plant stays green with purple undertones. Water when soil feels dry. Provide bright to medium light. Pinch back stems occasionally to encourage bushier growth. This plant wants to grow. Your only job is to avoid actively killing it through severe neglect or overwatering. Aggressive growth with minimal care. But while purple heart spreads enthusiastically, the next plant takes toughness to an almost legendary level with a name that tells you everything you need to know about its resilience. Number 13. Cast iron plant. The cast iron plant, Aspidistra elachior, earned its name because it can survive conditions that would kill virtually any other houseplant. Victorian-era homes were dark, drafty, and heated unevenly. Most houseplants failed miserably, but cast iron plants thrived. These plants tolerate extremely low light. They grow in corners, hallways, and interior rooms that receive almost no natural light. They survive in neglectful conditions, where they might get watered once a month or even less frequently. They handle temperature swings, dry air, and poor soil without complaint. Cast iron plants grow slowly, producing only a few new leaves per year. The leaves are long, broad, and glossy, dark green. Variegated varieties feature white or yellow stripes. The thick, leathery leaves are unappealing to spider mites, aphids, and other common houseplant pests. Water when soil is dry, several inches down. Provide whatever light you have available, though growth will be slower in very low light. Fertilize once or twice a year if you remember. Repot every 3 to 5 years when the plant becomes root-bound, a plant that survives true neglect. But while cast iron plants endure through slow, steady survival, the next plant takes a different approach, communicating its needs through very obvious visual signals that make it nearly impossible to kill. If you are finding this valuable and already planning which unkillable plant to buy first, hit that like button. It helps this video reach other plant lovers who are tired of killing every green thing they bring home. Subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss a week. Now back to our countdown. Number 12. Peace Lily. Peace Lily, Spathiphyllum, is one of the most communicative houseplants you can own. When it needs water, the entire plant droops dramatically. The leaves hang limp and wilted in a way that looks absolutely tragic. But water it once and within an hour, sometimes within 30 minutes, it stands back up completely as if nothing happened. This immediate feedback makes peace lilies nearly impossible to kill through underwatering. The plant tells you when it is thirsty long before any permanent damage occurs. They tolerate low to medium light conditions beautifully. In medium to bright indirect light, they produce their distinctive white spathes. These plants are also exceptional air purifiers. NASA research showed that peace lilies remove ammonia, benzene, formaldehyde, and trichloroethylene from indoor air. They also increase humidity by releasing moisture through their leaves. Peace lilies prefer consistently moist soil, but tolerate occasional drying out. They dislike direct sunlight, which can scorch their leaves. One important note: peace lilies are toxic to cats and dogs if ingested. This is a plant that communicates its needs clearly. But while peace lilies prefer moisture, the next plant represents the complete opposite extreme, surviving months of drought by storing water in places you can actually see. Number 11. Aloe vera. Aloe vera is legendary for multiple reasons. It is tough, it is useful, and it is nearly impossible to kill if you follow one simple rule: do not overwater it. Aloe stores massive amounts of water and gel in its thick, fleshy leaves. This allows it to survive for months without water in dry conditions. Aloe needs bright light to thrive. A south or west-facing window is ideal. Without adequate light, aloe becomes leggy and pale. The gel inside aloe leaves is famously soothing for minor burns, sunburns, and skin irritations. The plant regrows cut leaves over time, making it a renewable source of natural skincare. Aloe produces offshoots called pups that grow from the base of the mother plant. These pups can be separated and repotted, creating new plants. A single aloe plant can generate dozens of offspring over its lifetime. But while aloe stands upright with architectural leaves, the next plant takes a completely different form that looks like living jewelry, cascading down stems. Number 10. String of pearls. String of pearls, Senecio rallianus, has become an Instagram sensation for its unique appearance. The leaves are perfectly spherical beads that cascade down, stems like living jewelry. It looks exotic and delicate, but string of pearls is far tougher than its appearance suggests. String of pearls is a succulent, storing water in those bead-like leaves. This allows it to tolerate significant drought. Water thoroughly, then wait until the pearls start to wrinkle slightly before watering again. This might be every 2 to 3 weeks in summer, every 4 to 6 weeks in winter. These plants need bright, indirect light to thrive. They tolerate some direct morning sun, but scorch an intense afternoon sun. Propagation is straightforward. Lay a stem section on soil. Press it down gently so nodes touch the soil surface, and wait. Roots will emerge from the nodes. The key to keeping string of pearls alive is resisting the urge to overwater. Let it dry out between waterings. Provide bright light. Treat it like the drought-tolerant succulent it is, and it will reward you with years of cascading green pearls. Now, while string of pearls demands bright light and drought, the next plant takes an entirely different approach, growing without soil and absorbing everything it needs from the air itself. Number 9. Air plants. Air plants, Tillandsia species, do not grow in soil at all. They absorb water and nutrients through their leaves from the air and rain. This makes them one of the most unusual and adaptable houseplants available. Air plants need bright, indirect light. They thrive near windows, but should not be placed in direct hot sun. The care routine is remarkably simple. Once a week, soak your air plants in room temperature water for 20 to 30 minutes. Shake off excess water afterward and place them somewhere with good air circulation to dry completely. Air plants never need repotting. They never need soil. They never need fertilizing, though a diluted orchid or bromeliad fertilizer applied monthly can encourage faster growth. These plants produce offsets called pups after they bloom. Air plants come in hundreds of species and hybrids. Display them in shells, driftwood, hanging glass globes, or mounted on decorative objects. As long as the plant gets adequate light and weekly soaking, it will thrive wherever you place it. No soil, minimal care, endless display options. But while air plants represent ultimate low maintenance, the next plant combines compact size with sculptural beauty and can literally survive for months in a drawer without light or water. Number 8. Haworthia. Haworthia is a genus of small succulents that look like miniature aloe plants, but are even tougher. Haworthias are compact, sculptural, and extraordinarily forgiving of neglect. They tolerate low light better than most succulents. They survive extended drought without complaint. These plants prefer bright, indirect light, but adapt to medium and even relatively low light conditions. They store water in their thick leaves, allowing them to go a month or more between waterings. In winter, they can survive 2 months without water. Haworthias come in dozens of species with varying appearances. Some have translucent windows at the tips of their leaves. Others have distinctive white stripes or bumps covering the leaves. All share that same compact rosette form and legendary toughness. These succulents produce offsets that cluster around the mother plant. You can separate these offsets and repot them, creating new plants. Water thoroughly, but infrequently, allowing soil to dry completely between waterings. You see, while Haworthias stay compact, The next plant spreads with such enthusiasm that many gardeners actually pull it out as a weed, not realizing they are throwing away one of the most nutrient-dense leafy greens on the planet. Number 7. Purslane is the plant that most people pull out of their garden as a weed. This is actually one of the most nutrient-dense leafy greens on the planet. It contains more omega-3 fatty acids than any other leafy plant on Earth. It is rich in vitamins A, C, and E, as well as magnesium, calcium, and potassium. In much of Europe, the Middle East, and Asia, purslane is not a weed. It is a prized culinary green. In Greek cuisine, it is used in salads and as a cooked green. In Turkish and Middle Eastern cooking, it appears in salads, dips, and stews. Purslane grows so easily, it borders on miraculous. It tolerates poor soils, drought, heat, and neglect. It does not ask for much. It just grows, and it grows fast. What most gardeners have been ripping out by the handful could actually be harvested and eaten. If you have purslane growing naturally in your garden, you are already sitting on a crop that is genuinely beneficial. Harvest the tender stems and leaves, wash them thoroughly, and add them to salads, or cook them like spinach. We are moving to dangerous terrautos now because the next plant trails dramatically from hanging baskets with colors so vivid that people assume it needs expert care. Number 6. Inchplant. Inchplant, Dracaena zebrina, combines stunning visual appeal with nearly bulletproof resilience. The leaves feature bold purple undersides and green tops with silver stripes, creating a color combination that looks expensive and exotic. But the plant itself costs almost nothing and grows like an invasive weed. Dracaena tolerates a wide range of light conditions. It grows in bright, indirect light, medium light, and even relatively low light, though variegation becomes less pronounced in dim conditions. The growth rate is genuinely remarkable. A small cutting can grow into a full, trailing plant within a few months. Propagation is absurdly easy. Every node on every stem can become a new plant. Cut a stem section, place it in water, and roots appear within days. Plant those rooted cuttings in soil or leave them in water indefinitely. Dracaena comes in multiple species and varieties. Dracaena fluminensis features green and white variegation. Dracaena pallida is solid purple. Dracaena nanook has pink, white, and green leaves. All share that same fast-growing, hard-to-kill nature. But while Dracaena grows aggressively above soil, the next plant stores its survival strategy underground in thick rhizomes that make it one of the most drought-tolerant houseplants available. Number 5. ZZ plant. Zamioculcas zamiifolia represents the ultimate expression of low-maintenance houseplants. This plant stores water in its thick, underground rhizomes, and in its waxy, succulent-like leaves. It can go a month or more without water in typical indoor conditions. Some ZZ plant owners report watering only once every 6 to 8 weeks in winter. ZZ plants tolerate extremely low light conditions. They will grow in offices with only fluorescent lighting. They survive in interior rooms with no natural light. The thick, glossy leaves have a plastic-like quality that makes people think they are fake until they touch them. When you stop watering entirely, the plant goes dormant. It will drop some older leaves and conserve energy until water becomes available again. Then, when you finally water, it rebounds and starts growing new shoots as if nothing happened. Water deeply but infrequently, allowing soil to dry completely between waterings. Provide whatever light you have available. Fertilize once or twice a year if you remember, but it is not necessary. This is a plant that thrives on neglect, but he next plant reproduces so prolifically that you will be giving away baby plants within months. Number 4. Spider plant. Spider plant, Chlorophytum comosum, has been a household staple for generations because it simply refuses to die no matter what you do to it. Spider plants are nearly indestructible. They tolerate a wide range of light conditions, from bright indirect to quite low light. They handle inconsistent watering gracefully. Mature spider plants send out long stems called runners that produce baby plants, complete with their own root systems. These babies dangle from the mother plant like spiders on silk threads. You can snip off these baby plants and pot them immediately. No rooting period necessary. A single spider plant can produce dozens of babies in a single growing season. Spider plants are also powerful air purifiers. NASA research identified them as effective at removing carbon monoxide and xylene from indoor air. They are safe for pets, non-toxic, and beneficial to have in homes with cats. Water. When soil feels dry, an inch down. Provide bright to medium indirect light. Brown leaf tips are the most common issue, usually caused by tap water high in fluoride or chlorine, a plant that babies itself constantly. But the next plant takes trailing growth to an entirely different level, with vines that can grow several feet in a single season. Number 3. Pothos. Pothos, Epipremnum aureum, has converted more people into houseplant lovers than perhaps any other species. Pothos is so forgiving, so adaptable, so willing to grow under almost any circumstances that it borders on miraculous. Pothos tolerates low light, medium light, bright, indirect light, and even some direct sun without complaint. It handles inconsistent watering better than almost any houseplant. Forget to water it for 2 weeks, and the leaves might droop slightly, but water it once, and it bounces back within hours. A healthy pothos vine can grow several feet in a single growing season. You can train it up a moss pole for a vertical statement. You can let it cascade from a high shelf or hanging basket. You can even grow it in water indefinitely without soil. Propagation is almost comically easy. Cut a stem section with at least one node. Place it in water, and within a week, you will see white roots emerging. Pothos comes in multiple varieties, from classic golden pothos to marble queen, neon pothos, jade pothos, and Baltic blue. This plant removes formaldehyde, xylene, and benzene from indoor air. It thrives in typical household humidity without any special attention. Put it anywhere, and it will figure out how to thrive. Indestructible and beautiful. But while pothos spreads and trails with abandon, the next plant takes survival to an entirely different level, with a name that has become synonymous with indestructibility. Number 2, snake plant. And now we have reached number 2, the snake plant, Sansevieria trifasciata. This plant has been called mother-in-law's tongue, and when you look at how it survives, it is not hard to understand why it has earned such a resilient reputation. Snake plants are succulents that store water in their thick, upright leaves. They can go weeks, sometimes even a full month without water. They tolerate low light conditions that would make most houseplants give up entirely. They handle temperature fluctuations. They survive in poor soil. They even tolerate occasional overwatering better than you would expect. NASA identified snake plants as one of the most effective air purifying houseplants available. They remove formaldehyde, benzene, trichloroethylene, xylene, and toluene from indoor air. Unlike most plants that only photosynthesize during day, snake plants also convert carbon dioxide to oxygen at night. A mature snake plant can produce multiple pups, baby plants that grow from the root system. You can separate these pups and repot them, creating an endless supply of new plants. Snake plants come in dozens of varieties. The classic green and yellow striped version, the cylindrical variety with round leaves, the silver and green moonshine cultivar. Water it once every 2 to 4 weeks, depending on your indoor conditions. Give it whatever light you have available, from bright indirect to dim corners where nothing else will grow. Ignore it for extended periods. It does not care. One genuinely indestructible plant. Decades of proof. But there is one plant that surpasses even the legendary snake plant in sheer adaptability and survival, and it has claimed the #1 spot on our countdown for very good reasons. Number 1, Jade plant. And the #1 most unkillable houseplant is the jade plant, Crassula ovata. This succulent is so tough, so long-lived, and so willing to survive neglect that specimens have been passed down through multiple generations of families. Jade plants can live for decades, even centuries with proper care. But the beautiful part is that proper care means mostly leaving them alone. Jade plants store massive amounts of water in their thick, fleshy leaves and stems. This allows them to survive extended dry periods without any stress whatsoever. In winter, jade plants can go 6 to 8 weeks between waterings. In summer, they might need water every 2 to 3 weeks. These plants need bright light to thrive. A south or west facing window is ideal. Given a sunny window, they grow dense, compact, and beautifully branched. Jade plants are remarkably tolerant of temperature fluctuations. They handle cool winter temperatures down to around 10 degrees Celsius. They tolerate summer heat well, but here is something magical about jade plants. They develop thick trunks over time that make them look like miniature trees. Older specimens resemble bonsai with gnarled trunks, branching canopies, and that ancient sculptural quality. Some jade plants develop trunks several inches thick after decades of growth. Jade plants also produce small, star-shaped pink or white flowers when mature and given a cool winter rest period. Propagation is almost foolishly easy. A single leaf placed on soil will develop roots and grow into a new plant. Water sparingly. Provide bright light. Ignore it for long periods. That is the entire care routine. Overwatering is the only real way to kill a jade plant. Let the soil dry completely between waterings, and this plant will outlive you. Decades of growth from minimal care. That is why jade plant claims the #1 spot. Now you have the complete countdown. 20 plants ranked from unkillable to absolutely indestructible. The question is not whether you can keep these plants alive. The question is which one you are going to start with. If this video gave you value and opened your eyes to possibilities you had not considered, do the one thing that costs you nothing and means everything to this channel. Hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment below telling me which of these 20 plants you are most excited to try. And share this video with someone who has killed every plant they have ever owned and needs to see it. Every single share helps more people discover this content. Thank you for watching every minute of this countdown. Now go find your unkillable plant and start growing.